Hello everybody, my name is Votonymous, and welcome to the best defensive team in Evil Dead the game. Before we get started, if you enjoy the video, please hit it up with a like, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It really helps out a lot. Now, following the theme of the last two videos, one, we're going to need a leader, and we're going to need a support. Those are musts. Also, following the theme of the last two videos, I do not reuse characters. As you can see, range team, definitive. Melee team, definitive. I'm not using anybody from those two teams. I'm not going to touch them. Which means, one of these survivors here is not going to be on any team whatsoever. So, let's see who makes the cut and who does not. Now, for a defensive team, I should elaborate. This team, as long as the health, the shield, and the fear levels are ridiculous to combat, I feel like that makes a great defensive team. So if you have somebody who helps reduce the fear, and you have a whole bunch of people who have tons of shield and tons of health and tons of abilities that just scream defense, that is who is going to be on this team. So, like I said, we're going to need a leader, and there's only one leader left, and I think he's perfect for a defensive team, actually, and that's Ash Williams from Ash vs. Evil Dead. If we take a look at his perks and his main ability doesn't really have anything to do with defense, but his first perk, an aura that affects all survivors within range, increasing their fear resistance and the damage they inflict. And then you got his third perk, El Jefe Grande, enhances your aura's effects when you perform a finisher or dismember an enemy. So, he is basically our unit that handles the fear in the team. Less fear. His first perk, initially given off fear resistance and damage inflict, which is good. And then his third perk just buffs it. So I think that he is a good defense unit for the fear. I think he handles the fear pretty well. So yeah, I think that he's great to put on a defensive team. Okay, next we're gonna need a support unit. Now, in my tier list video, this character was quite controversial. Seems that a lot of people think that I treated him a little bit too harshly. It was my opinion, I still stand by it, but I feel like in this team he actually does help out a lot. That's Pablo. So, looking at his perks and ability. So his ability, he gets to craft an amulet and then drop it to the ground. And he could use this as many times as you can throughout the whole entire match. So this gives everybody a shield, which is pretty good for a defensive team. Also, with his third perk, he gradually recovers at least one full bar over time, and that's of shield. So he doesn't need the amulet himself, he can drop it for other players, and he will always recover a bar, a shield bar for himself. His first perk is very defensive for himself. Demons are no longer able to detect you using demon vision. That's some really good defense on Pablo's end. And then Legacy of El Brujo, begin a match with an additional amulet, so you can already drop that for your teammate. So I feel like he works well for a defensive team. So yeah, no, the character's funny now because so many people just were not happy with my choices on my tier list video. I get it, I understand. I'm probably gonna have to play more of him, but there you have it. Pablo, support character. Okay, next up, we are going to use someone from the warrior tag, or the warrior class. And that is Henry the Red, an absolute perfect unit for defense. His main ability, temporarily prevents damage to health or shield. That's amazing, and that screams defense. That's fantastic. Shields Up is his first perk. Start the match with an additional shield bar. That's fantastic. Rebound reflects a percentage of the damage you receive back onto your attacker. I mean, come on. And then his third perk, Battle Hardened, increases maximum health and shield bar length. Yep, so I think that it's safe to say he would be perfect for a defense team. Okay, now last for the defense team. I am sorry to all the Ed Getley fans, but he is not going to be on any team today because Ash Williams from Army of Darkness is really good for defense. Let's take a look. His main ability will grant you health restoration, fear reduction, increased damage dealing, and reduction of damage received. Fantastic, fantastic main ability, especially for a defensive team. Shield Blast. Each time your shield loses a bar, it triggers an explosion, damaging any nearby enemy. That's great. Finish strong. After Ash kills an enemy with a finisher, he recovers part of his shield bar. And then his third perk is Weapon Master Chainsaw. So let's talk about this for a second. So Ash Williams, Army of Darkness, will recover bits of his shield by doing a finisher. And when his shield is completely gone, he will give off an explosion. Pablo doesn't need to drop an amulet for Ash, because Ash can make his own shield. So Pablo only needs to drop an amulet for Henry the Red and for Ash Williams, Ash vs. Evil Dead. I think Ash vs. Evil Dead Ash would need the amulet the most, honestly, but Pablo doesn't have to even really worry about Army of Darkness Ash, and he doesn't have to worry about himself. He only has to worry about giving amulets to the two other teammates. And with how much health and shield Henry the Red already has, I feel like Pablo's main worry is going to be Ash vs. Evil Dead Ash. So that's utterly fantastic. Again, sorry to the Ed fans. I just didn't see him fit into any of these teams. Don't kill me. This is an opinion. So yes, just for a quick little recap, Ash from Ash vs. Evil Dead will give everybody the fear reduction they need. Pablo will give the amulets to Henry the Red or Ash Williams, Ash vs. Evil Dead, because he himself does not need it, because he will grow his own shield, and he will not be detected by Demon Vision, which I guess is good for him. You got Ash, Army of Darkness, who won't need the amulet from Pablo, because he will make his own shield by doing finishers, and will explode his enemies when they cause his shield to fully deplete. And then Henry the Red, who just complete beast, giving damage to enemies who attack him, being invincible for a short amount of time with his main ability, and then just having more shield and more health. Fantastic team. Now, you guys let me know what you think the best defense team would be. You guys let me know what you think about this team in general. I'd love to hear from all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.